know that feeling, right? You have this brilliant, maybe even world-changing idea for your company. But then it just kind of fizzles out somewhere between the big strategy meeting and the daily grind. Well, you are definitely not alone. So today, we're going to break down exactly how you can turn those amazing visions into real, actual, measurable results. Let's get into it.
So I want you to just look at this number, 85%. That is a massive figure. And honestly, it points to this huge and a lot of times invisible problem that's plaguing organizations all over the place. So what's it all about?
Yeah, that's right. A staggering 85% of companies, they just fail to connect their big picture strategy with what their teams are actually doing day in and day out. Think about that. That gap, that disconnect, that's the graveyard where great ideas end up. The stakes are just incredibly high, and it happens way more than you probably guess. So that leads to the big question, doesn't it? How do you break away from the crowd? How do you get into that top 15%? The ones who actually make it happen? Well, that's exactly what we're here to map out. This is the playbook. Okay, first things first. It all starts with a rock-solid foundation. I mean, you can't build a map if you don't know where you're going, right? So step one is all about anchoring your entire strategy in a super clear vision and mission. Now, people throw these two words around all the time, sometimes like they're the same thing. They're not. They're fundamentally different. Your vision, that's your why. It's the big dream, that future you're trying to create. It's the what if. Then you have your mission. That's your how. It's the practical stuff, what you're actually doing every single day to get to that vision. And this shows the difference perfectly. Look at these super common, vague statements. We want to be leaders. Okay, what does that even mean? It's so fuzzy. Now compare that to, we'll be Europe's top 3 renewable energy provider by 2027. Boom, suddenly you got a real target. Same thing with we support customers. I mean, that's nice, but it's not a strategy. But we cut customer resolution time to under 24 hours using AI chatbots. Now that's an actionable mission you can build on. All right, so our anchor is set. We know our why and our how. Now it's time to actually draw the map. And we're going to build it using the super powerful SMART framework. First up is S for specific. This is all about killing any and all ambiguity. Why? Because vague goals give you vague results. It's that simple. Your objective needs to be so sharp, so clear, that literally anyone, from the CEO down to a brand new intern, knows exactly who's doing what and where they need to focus. And this example just nails it. Boost social media. That's not a goal, it's a wish. But look at the after. Increase Instagram comments by 40% in Egypt. Now that is a plan. All of a sudden you've got a platform, a metric, a percentage, even a location. That right there is the power of getting specific. Next, we've got M for measurable. You know the old saying, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it? It's a cliche for a reason, because it's totally true. This is where you define exactly how you're going to track your progress. Success can't just be a gut feeling. It has to be a hard number you can actually point to. Here we go. Another great example. Improve efficiency. I mean, what does that even mean on its own? It's meaningless. But when you say, reduce project delays by 20% and we'll track it using Jira reports, well, now you've got a clear benchmark for what success looks like, and you even know the tool you're using to measure it. All right, the A is for achievable. Look, being ambitious is great. We love ambitious. But your goals have to be grounded in reality. You have to ask the tough questions. Do we have the time, the budget, the right people to actually get this done? Because a goal that's impossible from the get-go isn't inspiring, it's just crushing. Then comes R for relevant. And this is a really important gut check. You have to stop and ask, does this goal we just set, does it actually move us closer to our big picture vision? Every single thing your team does should be a step in that direction, tied directly back to your main purpose. And finally, T is for time-bound. Simple, right? A goal without a deadline is just a wish. Putting a finish line on it creates urgency, it focuses everyone, and it gives you a clear moment to stop and ask, hey, did we do it? Okay, so you've got your destination, which is your vision. You've got your SMART map. But how do you know you're actually on the right road while you're driving? I mean, how do you avoid taking a wrong turn? That's where KPIs, key performance indicators, come into play. And it's really, really important to get this. There are two main types of KPIs. You've got lagging KPIs. Think of these as looking in the rearview mirror. Things like total revenue tell you what's already happened.
they're reactive. But then you have leading KPIs. These are like looking at the road ahead. Something like the number of sales calls made is a leading KPI because it helps you predict future revenue. A great strategy, it watches both.
So here's the key takeaway on this. KPIs are not just boring numbers on a spreadsheet that you glance at once a quarter. No way. You have to think of them as the real-time GPS for your entire business. They're constantly telling you you are here on your map, and they let you make those little course corrections before you end up way off track.
Okay, let's pull all this together. We've talked about a few different pieces, so let's lock them into one simple, powerful model you can remember and use. Here it is, your entire strategic toolkit. It's so simple when you see it like this. Number 1, your vision. That's the destination. Number 2, your objectives. That's the map that gets you there. Number 3, your milestones. Those are the checkpoints along the way. And finally, number 4, your KPIs. That's your GPS, telling you if you're on track in real time.
And I think this quote just sums it all up perfectly. Vision without execution is a dream. And on the flip side, execution without measurement is guesswork. You need both. A big, inspiring vision is fantastic, but without a real plan, it's just hot air. And trying to execute without measuring anything, well, you're just driving blind.
So to wrap this all up, I'm going to leave you with a simple question to take back to your own team, your own organization. Your destination is set, you've got the map. But the real question is your GPS turned on?